What's up, guys? So basically, I've been doing this for a while, but I just been trying to bring like a four-wheeler in the back of the truck with a trailer on the back. So it sounds stupid, but what made me keep doing it was the fact that it's so hard getting in on Mount Chiliad. It is so incredibly hard. I've tried this probably over like 50 times, and I wasn't even recording this, so because I figured I wasn't gonna like be able to do it. But like I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And honestly, I would recommend y'all try to do this, but y'all are probably gonna rage. But see, I like doing it because I felt like I was able to do it, but it was just took time. And I don't know how I got it in the Bobcat, to be honest. I was trying the Sandler and it just wasn't working. You can't do it in the Bison because the four-wheeler doesn't really like fit in there and it just comes out. So, but in the Bobcat, the four-wheeler stays in the best. But the Sandler, it's a little bit more powerful, but the four-wheeler likes to fall out. Unlike those points where you're like going up really slow, it likes to fall out. But with the Bobcat, it'll stay in there really well. But right here, bro, I was like, just like I knew I wasn't gonna make it if I stayed on the track, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna just cut off a little bit. So I cut off here. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get it. And then I got right here, I started sliding. I'm like, no, no way, I'm not gonna get it. And honestly, somehow I pulled through and I got up this part. If you can get up this part, you've got it. If you got up that part, you basically already did it. I'm telling you right now, because that's the hardest part. And a lot of things that I learned from this is you at the bottom there you need to back up as far as you can and then take off so you can get all that speed. And right here, you want to back down all the way until it starts going really down. If you back up to where it goes all the way down, then nah, you won't even be able to get back up. But you just got to go down like just watch where I go right here and just try and do it from there. But if you make it up that first part, you got the rest of it, 100%. But nah, like this is probably one of the most incredible things I've done in a minute on this game because this is so hard, believe it or not. Like, if y'all try and do this and you do it, props to you. And I also did it in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So if y'all can do it any quicker than that, let me know. Because I'm challenging y'all right now because I really don't think y'all can do this, bro. Like, seriously, like, this shit was hard. Um, But even if you do make it up that first part, there's like still challenging parts. As you can tell, as I get up here, I run into a couple of challenges. But I do end up prospering in the end, which is a good thing. Right here, these ones are hard too, but I actually didn't struggle on these ones. Um, like it's just hard making that turn because you got that trailer in the back. It's also like kind of slipping off the edge, and if it goes a little bit too far right, you're getting pulled down the cliff with it. And once the four wheeler falls out the back, you're done. There's nothing you can do about it. You're just completely cooked, and then you just gotta restart. And the best play right here is where it kind of happened. I realized I was too slow. I slid around the corner, and I was like, "Nah, I can't make it now." I ended up getting stuck, and I was like, "No, no, no!" I was doing so good. You also gotta have skills with the trailer. You gotta be able to back it up. Because like, look what happens here. I'm like, wow, what do I do? I mean, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Then you just gotta back it up slowly, and you gotta be very precise if you're in a situation like this, you know. And I ended up getting it back. I was like shitting bricks right here. I was like, no, bro, I can't fuck this up now. I'm so far into this. I'm so far into this, and I can't jackknife it either. I'm trying not to jackknife it, and I did. But fortunately, that lets off a little bit of weight, and I knew it wasn't gonna fall off the cliff just because it goes down, then it goes back up, and I knew it wouldn't have enough momentum to get back like over the edge. So I just backed up, and then I end up taking it back down the hill so I can redo the first try I had without drifting around the corner. Dude, I can't. The way I drifted around the corner, and I was like, nah, nah, I'm not getting it this time. But I still tried, and I ended up getting the trailer back down the hill and keeping everything intact. That was the best feeling ever. I was like, okay, I'm still here. We're good. We're gonna back this up. And I knew if I backed it up, I had it. 100%. I knew I had that hill. I just needed a little bit more speed, and I had it all the way. But this wasn't the worst situation yet. This is the second worst, but not the worst. And you're gonna be seeing the worst here in a minute. But nah, here I just end up taking off, and I slid a little bit, but I kept it intact mostly, and end up making it right up there. I kind of cut it at like a little bit wider too this time, but sometimes on those dirt trails they have like less grip than like just the rock parts. So like if you're if you feel like you're about to not make it, then try and like turn a little bit left or right wherever that rock part is, and then you might get it. So right here, this is the worst part. I jackknifed it right on the edge, and I'm like, all right, maybe I can just back it up and barely get it back on the truck. Tried it, and well, it wouldn't go. So I'm like, well, I can't keep trying to do this because then I'm gonna just push it off the edge. So like, what do I do here? Like genuinely, like I was so afraid. I was like, bro, there's no way. So my only option was first I was just gonna try and push it with my bare bones, and that didn't work. So I was like, all right, we're gonna get the up and atomizer out, and we're just gonna try and shoot it. But I didn't want to shoot it there because I didn't want to shoot myself off the cliff. So I went up here, got an angle on it, missed it the first time, and then this time I actually did get it. And I knew that was enough. If I just angled the truck right, barely got it back on there, and I knew I would get it. So that was the worst part. That was the part I was like, oh no, I might not actually get this. I was so scared that I was gonna lose that trailer. Cause like without the trailer, like if you have one of them, like if you have the trailer, it's easy. If you have not the trailer and just the four wheeler, it's easy. But with both of them, it's complicated. Like there's a lot of things that go into it. You really gotta be precise with what you're doing. Um, but after this, it was just a walk in the park. You know, it was basically just like nothing after this. All I had to do was just keep my speed going through here. I saw a couple uh, traffic cones in the way up here. I was gonna wait for them, but I just decided not to because that would just be a waste of time. So I ended up just running them over. You know, they have to get out the way somewhere, and that was the way I decided I was gonna do it. And um, I did get a little scared up here because I started going a little bit too slow, and I was like, wait, no, no, no. Because last time I got it up to this point before, and my Sandler got stuck, and it just started doing burnouts, burnouts. And then I ended up jackknifing the trailer. The four wheeler fell out, and I was like, I was just mad. You know, I think I ended up getting off after that. But I ended up making it up here, and I was like, oh my god. Because honestly, the Bobcat was the last thing I expected to bring up everything on. But, you know, the Bobcat's always been there for me. V10, yeah, you already know I'm making it up the hill. What are you talking about? But, hey, listen, comment if y'all are gonna do this, and then come back on your comment later and tell me what time you did it in, and if you could do it or not, or if you gave up. If you gave up, I won't be mad because, listen, I gave up so many times, but hey, I'll see you boys later. Peace out.